Greetings, Pastor Ken here, again working through HELPS program, which I'll explain in session 10. These are preps if you are interested in us helping you to get victory in life, to get past a difficult time in life, to get out of a hole, to get out of a darkness. We talk about, I use kind of the piece of sad me, which is sex and screens, control your screens, be it shopping or video screens or movie screens. You're controlled by these things. And then sad, D's, death, demons, divorce, depression, drugs. Me is money, and E is eating. Bulimia, anorexia, gross overweight, those kind of things. So, people, we usually find ourselves in these holes, and it's hard to get out of them, right? I've been slightly into, but never deep into, but I've dealt with a lot of people that have been into these things. So you're in a hole, and you realize it, and you're wanting help. So what these are preps. These are things that the values that we hold at Standing Stone, the values that we will use as we would come alongside to help you. And we want you to understand where we're coming from, what we're believing in. We want you to affirm those things. Now, that doesn't mean necessarily that you know them all, or you're gonna have victory in all of them. But these are the principles. These are the positions we're coming from. So just up front, So before you say yes, I want your help, and I'll lock in and come along. Want you to come alongside. We want you to understand these things. So we talk about number one, about being honest, about being forthright, about being truthful about your situation, not blaming somebody else, not accusing somebody else. Number two is you truly saved. That's really the most critical piece. That's the most important starting point. Being truly saved. Are you aware that it's going to be difficult? It's like climbing Mount Everest. It's going to be hard. There's going to be setbacks. There's going to be slowdowns. There's going to be storms. There's going to be dangers along the way. Are you contrite? We talk about the prodigal son. Are you really broken over your sin and over the things that, your part may be small, but it's still your part. We talked about being the forgiving of David in Psalm 51. We talked about the goal. Ultimately, God's goal for you is not your success and not your peace and not your prosperity. God's goal for you is to be Christ-like. So what was Christ-like? So we looked at Colossians chapter 3 in that. This one is to be part of a climb team. Are you willing to be part of a team that the people that will come around you, come alongside you to help you with navigate these days, to help you navigate these transitions, to hold you accountable, to help move you from this dark hole, the hole that you're in, to success in life. And I've got 5 things here on number. This is helps number, or prep number 6. I've got 6. My goodness, I've got 5 things for you here. Number 1 is to embrace this idea. I call it MAPS, which is being mentored, being connected to a guide. And this is, again, reaffirming your aspirations, your goals. What are we after here? So daily being reminded what we're after here. And this is progress. How have you done in these last days? These are pointers. What about the coming days? And this is actually being serving. It's one thing to be broken and hurting, but you also start serving, start being an asset to other people. Maybe only little small things, and we'll explain that more, but it's a part of the map. So you see app in there, but about this is kind of the program that we work on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, helping you to rethink your priorities, rethink your direction in life, being connected to a mentor, keeping your aspirations, understanding your priorities. What's number 1 priority in your life? What's number 2, number 3, your priorities? These are your progress. Being accountable for what you've done these last days. These are some pointers for coming days. Here's what to do. And this is actually being involved in serving. So you embrace the MAPS idea. Number 2 is you daily agree to be a beatitude kind of a person. So the Beatitudes are in Matthew chapter 5. And the Beatitudes there's 8 of them. And we say that every day that you affirm these, that you agree to these, that you make these markers for each and every day. And the first one is be poor in spirit, which means you're not large in charge, which means you're not the God of your world. You're not the God of your life. You're not the master of your fate. You're needy. And we all are that, but you especially are that. So blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom, a great future. Number 2, blessed are those who mourn. That is to see sin, grieve over sin, hate sin, struggle with sin, not want to sin, mourn, and not only mourning for you, but mourning for other people, being sympathetic to other people. So daily we want you to understand that you're needy. Daily we want you to understand that sin is a problem, and you care about people that are caught in sin, you care about people that are taken by murder, you care about other people that have cancer in your life, but you yourself, so you mourn. Number 3 is you are meek, and that is that you are submissive and you're gentle. It's the idea of you bow at the cross. You may be the CEO, you may be the head of a big corporation, you may be very successful, but you're willing to bow the knee at the cross in submission and humility and gentleness before the Lord, being meek. Number 4 is hunger and thirst for righteousness. You want God's word, you want God's will, you want God's way, you want God's work in your life. So you hunger and thirst for righteousness. Next one is blessed are the merciful. Merciful means you give and you forgive. You give and you give and you give. You care about others. You give to them time, money, attaboys, and you forgive. You release them from, they hurt you, they wounded you, but you release them. You forgive. And your daily we're doing that. Blessed are the pure in heart. And again, I think that is, when you do misstep, when you do sin, when you do violate, when you do break stride, don't do things right, that you're quick to get on your knees and confess that and ask God to forgive you, to cleanse you. 1 John 1:9, so pure in heart. Next are peacemakers. This is number 7, peacemakers. So you look to help people make peace with God, and you look to help people make peace this direction, between you and they, and between they and they, between they and God, right? So you're a peacemaker. You're involved in other people's lives. You're not just all about you and you getting on top of your game and you having victory in life. No, it's you want other people to have victory in life too. So so this is the idea that you're serving others. You're not just about who you are and what you're doing, but you're also about being a peacemaker. So daily you're looking to help other people find peace with God, peace in life, peace with one another. And then lastly, he says, blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake. That you will take stands for truth. You'll take stands for God. You'll take stands for Christ. And people will mock you. People will ridicule you. People will denigrate you. But you're persecuted for righteousness' sake, not because you're being weird and odd and mean-spirited. No. But because you're standing for the truth. So again, daily. These are things that you should desire on a daily basis. So this whole issue is, the prep thing is, we want you to agree to the MAPS idea. We want you to agree to the Beatitude idea. We want you to agree to being weekly and even randomly accountable. So this person can call you and say, how are you doing with the pointers I gave you? How are you doing with your progress? How are you doing with your values? How are you doing? And so you're willing to be honest and be open at any time with the people that would be a part of your team. And then you agree to being accountable. Or excuse me, you agree to meetings, possibly even weekly, something like AA. You agree to meeting with your team, and maybe there's others that are kind of in the same boat. They also have pornography issues or whatever. So a little bit like the AA thing, you're committed to maybe even as much as weekly meetings. And then you desire to be a blessing to others. Again, back to serving. You sacrifice, you serve, you want to give, you want to help others. So there's 5 things there. And that is, you agree to the MAPS idea. You agree to the Beatitude, daily being a Beatitude kind of a person, which again, those Beatitudes are poor, mourn, meek, hunger, merciful, pure, peacemakers, and persecuted. And you're good to be daily or weekly accountable to answer questions when somebody, how you doing, what are you doing, why are you doing? You're honest about that. You agree to meetings, possibly even weekly, and you agree to be a blessing to others. So it's not just about you receiving help, but you also want to turn around and give help. That's a little bit about some of those Beatitudes as well. So number 6 is being a part of a team, being a part of a climb team. You want to be a part of a team. You agree to the fact that you will you'll have a guide, the fact that you will submit to certain standards and certain things to do that are all designed to help give you victory, and you're willing to submit to that group idea and these ideas about even being mentored, keeping your aspirations, keeping your values in line, keep your priorities in line, reporting on your past, tackling and approaching and dealing with future things, and serving others as well. So prep number 6 is about being a part of a team, being part of a climb team. And you are committed to that, and you're willing to agree to that and follow through with that. So again, these are just preps for a success, for getting victory over what you're up against. And these are things that we value, that we expect you to at least agree to initially. We hope that you would agree to those long haul, but these are the values that we hold and that will help us, help you find victory through Jesus in this thing that's besetting you. Okay, so that's number 6. We'll join you here again for number 7 with another picture and another idea as we approach number 10. And number 10, we'll kind of summarize these and then say, okay, are you in agreement with these? Do you agree with these? Are you game? Do you want to? You want us to help based upon these ideas that we've shared? And if that's the case, then we will set things in motion that way. Okay, until next time.